Here we go, starting this third round of the IGTCS Racing Series here at Long Beach. GT3 field gets to a good start. The Lexus side by side with the BMW up in front. Here we go, start GT4 McLaren leading. Actually, no, that's Mercedes. But here we go, Lexus and BMW side by side into turn one. Lexus will get ahead into turn one. Here we go, coming into the fountain section. Lexus RCF GT3 of Ollie Prefson is leading, followed by the BMW up front pretty early for Ollie Prefson. We are on board with BMW, George Peterson. Oh, we got a Toyota in the wall. Did that car just got loose? I think it did just get loose there. It's a really weird place to get loose, side by side with the Lamborghini, excuse me. Here's a replay. What happened? So Toyota's fighting with the number 17 Corvette Bradley Kirkcutton. Just boom, some contact, I think. And then tried to save it, got hit by the Lamborghini. Boom, into the wall. GT4 fuel just being stacked up by that. Here's the Lexus coming back to the live camera. Lexus coming into the final corners. Into the hairpin and then onto Shoreline Drive to complete this first lap of the race. Callaway Corvette right there in the back, 37 going really wide, side by side with the Lexus and the one Corvette. John Jackson. Yeah, that's the Jack Oxford for the number 23 Lexus RCF GT3. Coming into turn one off of Shoreline Drive. In a turn one side by side. Really narrow section, especially with the fountain, so they're gonna have to go really close right here. Was there some banging wheels there? I think so. That's gonna let the 13 probably get ahead. Yeah, here we go. BMW v the 37 Callaway Corvette. Up the inside goes the Callaway in a tectate turn onto Pine Avenue. They're gonna go side by side for both of them. Callaway Corvette's gonna inch by. Getting a little loose there in the back. Here comes the 26. Maybe trying to take a peek. I think it's too far back. On Seaside Way, BMW not giving up. He's gonna try to catch the slipstream coming into the Firestone turn and into the Indy left. Callaways are just ganging up on that BMW into this hairpin, in the famous hairpin. Here we go, the number 26, Daniel Kowitz, 2 DNFs for both that team. Here we go, Daniel Kowitz up the inside in a tectate turn. Is he going to be able to inch by just like the 37 a couple laps ago, or a lap ago? Side by side and into this corner onto Seaside Way. Both of the Callaway Corvettes ahead. Here we go, back in GT4, battling here with the 13 and the 37, I think. So to explain, the 13 and 37 have the same numbers as cars in GT3. They're allowed to have that as long as they don't look too similar, because it's different classes. Here we go, side by side on Seaside Way. Here goes the 13, just defenseless here, up on the rear end of that Toyota Super GT4, actually a lot. And the Indy left and into the hairpin. That's going to set the BMW up for a good run on this onto Shoreline Drive. That's going to be a good run for the BMW, actually. He's going to try to catch a slipstream. He's on the inside already. 13 being defenseless. Yeah. So the BMW last week's race winner in Indianapolis, not last week's, but last race winner in Indianapolis for GT4. Here we go, side by side, maybe? Nope. BMW shuts the door in front of the 13 Fenix Chinook GT3. Here we go, the Callaways now ganging up on the Lexus. There's some GT4 traffic, actually. Onto Seaside Way. Corvettes are going to catch the slipstream of the Lexus. 3 V8s up in front. Alright. Here we go. Here goes the 37. In into the Firestone turn. Lexus gets a little bit of contact with the wall. That might slow him down a bit. Here goes the Callaway. Oh, they're switching positions. Wait. Yeah, they're switching positions. Ryle Markson slowing down, actually, to let Kelwitz get ahead. That might be the defining move of the race. That might give the win to Kelwitz. Here we go. Off of Shoreline Drive. In a Shoreline Drive, actually. We're still on Shoreline Drive, I believe. Here we go. GT4 traffic slowing the Lexus down of Ollie Prefson. In a turn 1. They're going to go side by side. This is going to be for the race lead. Kelwitz. Are they going to go side by side into the fountain? They are. But Kelwitz on the inside line. He's going to get the lead here. The Callaway Corvettes with two DNFs in these two past races from the cars being very unstable. There's the 37 getting very loose there. With the cars being unstable, now they are up front here at Long Beach. Here we go in the back, the 125 Walking Horse BMW. We didn't really see him that much last race in Indianapolis, but here we go up the inside with the 23 Jack Hawksworth. This BMW being very strong here. More so strong than the other BMWs. The Bradley Motorsport BMWs way faster than that. Very close to the wall there. Still side by side with Jack Hawksworth. I think the one Corvette might try to get into that battle. Here we go in the back of GT3. Here's the number 20 Toyota GR6 GT300. Had a points-paying finish last race. On the inside of the BMW, trying to overtake him. He overtook him, actually. Trying to overtake the Lamborghini now. On Shoreline Drive. Crossing that start-finish line. Here we go. Is going to set up for turn 1. If he's able to get ahead, he will be clear. They're going to stay side by side. Lamborghini has the inside line. He's going to go really wide there. But he's able to get by, actually. Toyota not having bad pace here. Here we go into the airpin. GR6. Maybe trying to get past the 19 and the 65 up in front. Yep. He's going to go side by side with the number 19 Lamborghini. Able to get ahead. Toyota just climbing their way up the field. But here goes the 19. Possibly trying to get a look up the inside. Toyota takes a wide line trying to set up for the 65. Here we go side by side in the fountain section. And that's going to be good for the Toyota GR6. I think that GT4 traffic with David Wall in the Fenix will secure the place for the GR6. Yeah, that will secure the place for the GR6. Here's the 60 VRS racing Lamborghini. Not having that good of a day here. Stuck behind some GT4 traffic. That Aston Martin. VRS not having that good of a season. Last race in Indianapolis, I believe. Or no, I believe they were second place for qualifying. Oh! 60 spins! The Aston Martin GT4 traffic out of the way. I think that Aston Martin's stuck now. Yeah, just shoves him right out of the way. Getting a little bit airtime on the right side of the car. Boom, just shoved him out of the way. A victim of faster traffic. Here we go. Here's Bradley Kirkcutton. Oh, 13. Punting the 30 out of the way. Oh, 30's trying to get it back. He's going to cause a traffic jam here. This is the fabled traffic jam of the final corner in Long Beach, the final hairpin. The 30 stalled there. There's a lot of traffic here. Yeah, he's going to DNF. Bradley Kirkcutton not being able to get it back going. He's going to DNF too. Both of those Lamborghinis are going to get free positions now. They're going to go side by side. What has happened in that final corner? I think that was Cameron Hannon, the 13. That just sabotaged a good finish for the 17 crew. Yep, so here's the 13 on board. 30 just went wide, and he went wide. Both opposing lines just turned him out of the way. That's not good for either of them. So 31 was 30. I don't know what he was doing. I think he was trying to get ahead of the 20 to unlap himself. There's no reason in that. But yeah, here's on board with the Toyota Super GT4. They're on board with the Lamborghini. This is after all the chaos has settled and come. Here's a 60. This actually might get him some points. Maybe it's the top 10. So I don't know how many I don't know what position he's in. He just shoves the 19 out of the way to try to get that position. Interesting. Here we go, GT4, some battling here. I think this is for P3. James Corson and the 57 of Bradley Grayley in that Camaro. He's side by side from Tech Day turn onto Pine Avenue into this corner that leads onto Seaside Way. They're going to go side by side. There's some GT3 traffic behind them. Mercedes, maybe trying to get by that Corvette. But they're side by side into the Firestone turn, excuse me. Bradley Grayley going to make some contact with the wall there. That's not going to slow him down at all. Into the Indy left and into the hairpin. He's going to head ahead, but not with the 4 still on his inside. We go on to Shoreline Drive. Bradley Grayley going to be able to secure P3 in GT4. That Camaro's been pretty strong all year on the straightaways and corners. But with a DNF in the first race, it wasn't that good. Here we go. 19 on the final lap. Second to last lap. He's going to get spun by the 37. That's lap traffic for the 19. 37, actually. The 19 is lap traffic. Jesus, spin him out of the way. Here he is. Here is the man himself, the man of the day, Daniel Kellitz, in the 26 Corvette, coming from nothing in the last 2 races. No points at all. He's going to secure himself this win with lapping some Lamborghini traffic, which is not a sentence that has been spoken a lot in GT3 Series. Coming past the final bits of GT4 traffic in the Tech A turn. Daniel Kellitz on Pine Avenue for the last time, and onto Seaside Way for the last time. One Corvette getting a little looser. Daniel Kellitz almost won the IGTCS championship. Due to an issue in qualifying, he was not able to win it. After two straight races of domination, he gets a little loose there into the Firestone turn and into the Indy left, side by side with that one Corvette. About to lap him. Daniel Kellitz, the man of the day, the man of the IGTCS series. Here he goes, wins at Long Beach. Daniel Kellitz, almost champion in IGTCS. He will win at Long Beach, securing him 25 points in this championship. The 3rd different winner of the season. Season starting off with a win from the Lexus RCF GT3 of Ollie Preston, and then into Cameron Hands in Indianapolis. There's a 125. Good finish today. Here's the 95. Watkins Glen winner, Ollie Preston. But yeah, the 3rd different winner of this season. There's a 20 securing a good finish in the top 10, I believe. But yeah, good race here at Long Beach. Here's the top 10 for both classes, GT3 and GT4i. Good race overall. Daniel Kellitz showing very consistent pace along with Ryo Markson. Markson had some mistakes there. Kellitz was more of a better driver overall this whole race weekend. But yeah, good pace shown by the Callaways on a street circuit. So the only other street circuit is Baku. So they might show great pace there. It's the elevation changes and bumps of the tracks that I think catches out the Callaways, because they are very unstable on bumps. So they will spin very easily, and that just gets a DNF. That's not good for them at all. But yeah. So that was the Long Beach Grand Prix for the IGTCS GT3 and GT4 series. That will be it for today. This is editing me, so sorry about releasing this race late. Couldn't really record that much. So yeah, see you all at Willow Springs Raceway for that race. GT3 and GT4. Yeah, see you all for Willow Springs Raceway. Hope to see you at Willow Springs Raceway. That will be it for today. See you guys. Yeah, see you guys.